Hey there, internets. This is Kyle coming to you once again to do something slightly different. Not sure exactly how I'll even use this content that I'm about to record, but I wanted to record it because, again, good buddy Russell Brunson, I saw a post today as shown here. It's talking about if you aren't yet, start recording everything you do because it makes good content for whatever you might need in the future. So I thought, since I'm kind of in the, again, early stages of creating, the backbone, the framework, the everything for this business, rather than solely just kind of talk to you about it and share some things that are going on, maybe I would actually just record me doing some of it here on my computer. And again, maybe that'll help somebody get motivated to take the time to learn about it themselves. So with that, what I'm starting just pulled up right now is my Canva account, which I have started to use for my graphic designs, which I do. I already signed up for the kind of whatever pro membership that they have, which is, I don't know, like $120 a month or something, or a year, not a month. I think it was $120 a year. And that you can use a lot of the features with Canva just with their free version, which if that works for you, then great. But the nice thing about the paid version is you get access to just a lot of templates and images and various other things all for free. And you can just piece things together that fits whatever you're trying to do. So I've mentioned in the past videos about using Canva already to kind of set up some of the branding of sorts on my YouTube channels, and nice little YouTube thumbnail here I've been using for these initial videos that I've already put out. I got 4 of them posted now on the channel for everyone to check out, and now I can just easily update the day here as needed. Maybe I'll, at some point in the future, when I get bored, I'll change the graphics or change the picture, have a picture of me going or something stupid, like I guess is what people do on the YouTubes. I don't really get that, but it seems like everybody does that at some point. Having wild facial expressions apparently allures people to want to click on your video because they're wondering why you got this stupid face on. So I guess I'll just have to get over myself and do some of those embarrassing things for the whole world to see at some point. But for now, I just picked this random picture from my trip to Orlando and cut out the background and started using that. So in any case, I want to start a new design because, one thing I was thinking about more today was getting the old newsletter kicked off. I mean, I need to. I'm very motivated to start selling something. Again, knowing that it's probably going to take me a while to actually get somebody to agree to buy the thing from me. But before I can sell anything, I at least kind of need to have some idea of what I want to sell. And I was thinking about, part of my business model is to have some sort of a continuity program, some sort of subscription or membership available that I can sell it at a relatively low ticket, but it'll be recurring month over month. So that's kind of good long-term revenue. But then use that as sort of the mid-tier level. It's not a free entry point, but it's a lower ticket entry point for people to get to know me and get to view more detailed content that I'll be putting together, and ultimately, hopefully convince them to sign up for a much higher ticket, kind of private coaching type of series of sessions or something along those lines that I still have to figure out. But in any case, I think Russell Brunson at the conference talked about, number one, they talked about membership sites, just in general, which of course is where if you already have a bunch of content that you want to share, whether that's like videos if you're doing a course thing or whatever else, you can dump it on a membership site and then you can pay, for people to get access to that site. But you could also think about doing a newsletter. And a kind of interesting thing that I hadn't really thought a lot about before, again, hearing some of the speakers at the conference, is that, and sorry, I'm talking a lot longer now on this video, but is that, I think this idea of having something that you are actually physically sending to customers is actually very enticing, because we are, definitely in this age of everybody's getting a million different emails every day. I mean, me personally, I keep my emails pretty clean, my inbox pretty clean. I have tons of filters and spam filters and filters I created myself to weed out a bunch of crap. So really, most everything that hits my inbox are actually things that I need to know about, whether it's whatever, banking notifications or real people that are actually trying to get my attention and would like me to respond to them, people that know me personally, let's say, right? So, but I know that's not the case for a lot of people. A lot of people, my wife, I know my wife in particular, her inbox is like madness. It hurts me to think about it. So, just putting out a bunch of emails or sending even email newsletters, even like if somebody was paying for that service, I don't think that would, at least in this day and age, seems like that would be hard to get a lot of traction with, because again, people are so overloaded with so many emails coming across, either both personal and at work, and therefore the ability to get people to actually see what you want to give them, you have a higher likelihood of that happening if they have a physical piece of mail in front of them. Now, of course, I've always been in kind of the mindset that I hate junk mail as well, physical mail, and usually I barely look at it and I rip it up and throw it in the trash. But of course, I'm not talking about, just sending direct mail marketing type of stuff, although maybe I would do that in the future at some point. This is, something that somebody has already paid for, basically like a subscription to a magazine, which I guess people still get magazines. I've never been a big magazine guy, but there are tons of people that still pay for magazines, right? So, and those things come in the mail. And so therefore having a physical printed newsletter to send out seems like a good thing to focus on. And of course, Russell Brunson, practice what he preaches. I did sign up for his newsletter, this is through his company, Magnetic Marketing, which he bought from Dan Kennedy, I think like a year ago or so, and he's sort of revived the newsletter that Dan Kennedy, the No BS Marketing newsletter, which is this one, and then so this comes like every 2 weeks, and then every other 2 weeks is the Marketing Secrets newsletter, which is somewhere in one of my other piles of stuff. Let's see. I don't have one right now, but in any case, this is the No BS newsletter. So, of course, I look at this and it's kind of terrifying, because there's like a lot of pages in this and a lot of written content, which you can see many words written by both Russell Brunson and Dan Kennedy, and probably various other writers that they bring into the mix. It's fair amount of white space and spaced out lines, not super dense content, but nevertheless many pages. I guess, what are we looking at, like 30 pages of content that they put out on a monthly basis. And I don't think I can do that, at least not on my own. But nevertheless, the other interesting thing about this is it's a pretty, it has some color to it, yes, but it's not like super highly graphic design, whatever, it's just like basic formatting. Here's your kind of table of contents. again, nothing super fancy or anything. And on a given page, again, black and white here, maybe some slight color up here, but relatively few graphics. Again, not obviously they don't put a ton of work into the formatting of this thing. They just write the articles, slap it together, throw a few of their ads in there, and call it good. So that was kind of the thing I thought that was nice about it, is that you don't need to have I don't got to hire a professional graphic designer go and create this like super slick newsletter if I don't really want to, which I don't. So but I still have to come up with the content. So then I was thinking about, I guess I'm sure there's people like you hire to maybe write articles for you if you kind of give them some general material and they kind of do some research and write articles. I'm sure I know people do that. So, and you can hire, contractors through Upwork or Fiverr or something, I think, to do that, which maybe I'll do, but, ultimately I should still be generating some of my own written material, because that's obviously what people are kind of paying me to do, give them my perspective and point of view on things. But in any case, the point being that if I want to do a newsletter, I need to start to generate what a newsletter will look like for me and my PhD Secrets content or business, and therefore I should get started in coming up with the design. And thus I was pulling up Canva here, which I'm probably actually going to push that to a separate video now because this one's getting a little bit long. But what I was thinking about doing today, which I'll hopefully get done by the end of the day here, is to at least come up with some notional cover page, put in my sweet graphics that I came up with for the YouTube stuff, right? Come up with some words that look interesting, come up with some picture that looks interesting. I mean, literally, if I could find a template that looks just like this, maybe I'll just use this template as a model, as Russell always said, find something that works and just model that. I think this newsletter is very successful. As Russell mentioned at the conference, they've been selling a ton of these newsletters, so therefore it can't be that bad as a model to work from. But at least I can have this to start coming up with being able to do advertisements or a video sales letter, or I do want to do webinars at some point, because I think that would help to force me to kind of get into a regular groove of having to present material to an audience, even a virtual audience. But hopefully people would actually show up if I get the marketing done right, and enable me then to have Q&A with the folks that call into those webinars, and from there, hopefully get a little better sense of kind of what people are exactly maybe most interested in. But I thought it'd be helpful if I actually had something physical I could show people, like, hey, you're going to get this thing if you sign up for my membership. And I'll just show on the front, because I'm not going to actually write all the content until I know if people actually want to sign up for the thing. Which, again, is totally fine. It's actually one of Russell's podcasts I was just listening to maybe yesterday talked about somebody he was working with who had written a book, and they actually did an infomercial or all their sales pitches before they even wrote the book. But they got a cover made, had a blank book inside, blank pages inside of their book, and they just sold it saying, hey, here's my awesome book that talks about whatever it was going to talk about. And they ended up getting a lot of sales for it, and so they ultimately had to go and write the freaking book and give it to people. So interesting process. Again, something I never thought people actually did, but they do. So why don't I just do that? And on the flip side, what that saves me is that if I try to pitch this thing as PhD Secrets newsletter, like everybody wants it, oh my God, but then nobody actually buys it, then I haven't wasted, hours or days or weeks coming up with some super slick, 80-page document that nobody is ever going to read and nobody cares about buying. And I can, adjust things accordingly and come up with maybe a different model. So therefore, that's what I'm planning to work on here. Again, on Canva.com. We'll have a link below if you're interested in getting a membership for that. We'd appreciate if you use that. I have a couple other links to some of the ClickFunnels books by Russell Brunson, which I definitely encourage you to read. I haven't actually read Traffic Secrets. I've read DotCom Secrets and Expert Secrets. Very good books that I'm trying to do as much exactly how he talks about setting up the business model overall, and how to pick the right funnels for what I want to do. So trying to follow everything that's in the book pretty much to a T, and just customize it to my business model. And Traffic Secrets, from the few things I've kind of tangentially read about Traffic Secrets, are sort of some excerpts from that book. I think that'll be more helpful maybe once I already have a little bit of traction through whatever my single channel, which I guess will be YouTube in this case. Once I start to get some traction there, then I think using the techniques and Traffic Secrets to help kind of accelerate things, move into other channels, what have you, whatever the case is, will be, I think, more relevant there then. For now, I just need to get something that somebody's willing to give me some money for, is the main thing. So that is obviously my focus for now. Otherwise I think that's about it for the day. So I might again capture another video working in Canva, just for those of you that are interested in doing that. And again, I'm by no means a Canva expert or anything. I've literally used it like 3 times now, but have already come up with some, what I think are pretty decent looking graphics with relatively little effort. So I like that. And that'll be it for now. So hope that was helpful overall. We'll kind of go in there. Show all my Loom videos. Okay, I think that's it. So hope that was helpful, and be sure to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff to the channel if you want to continue to follow on this journey. This is officially day 5 of that journey. So as I'm again here in the evening hours after the kids are bed, trying to put in a few more hours to continue to make forward progress on the business. Always important to keep the momentum up, even if it's just a little bit each day. With that, I'll be signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you might be at this moment in time. And we'll talk again soon. Peace.